Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome today to a bit of fun with Night Thrasher. We're going to take this 3-star lad all the way up to rank 4, max him out, check out his abilities, talk a little bit about what Night Thrasher can do, and also how to play the champion and some cool stuff that he has there. And then we're going to go into the final quest of Act 4 and take this dude and see if we can defeat Maestro using the 3-star version of him, because that's usually a bit of a test to kind of gauge the power level and how well he's performing. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's just jump right into it today, so let's smash that rank up button, and then we need to put quite a bit of 5k skill ISO in this lad, and I'm hoping that we have claimed enough. It looks like we are just about going to get there. It's a little bit overkill, but we'll go for it anyway, man. It's not, you know, insane overkill there in terms of the level up, but one of the annoying things, man, is I used all my 3-star signature skill stones on Aegon, so we don't have, like, a huge amount to put into Night Thrasher. And it does look like, ideally, you want as many signature stones as possible, which is annoying that two very demanding champions have come kind of back-to-back there. But oh well, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. So let's have a little bit of a chat about what Night Thrasher can do. So his combat suit grants him immunity to incinerate and also physical resistance as well. He's going to gain critical damage rating for each unique debuff on the opponent, and this ability is not affected by ability accuracy reduction. So this next one, which seems to be really, really useful. So well-timed blocks and also successful dodges. So dexterity grant 5% of max power, while Night Thrasher is under 1 bar of power. Now, again, I've very, very briefly played this champion, man, but against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, like, doing a double dash back was, like, instantly, like, 10% of a bar of power, so that's really, really good. Sorry, 10% of max power. So it seems like that could be really, really powerful. I'm interested to see how kind of this one fares in the average matchup, but very good for getting to the special one there. We've also got skateboard attacks, which to the best of my knowledge are his mediums, his heavy attacks, and his Special 1 and Special 2. They have true accuracy and will ignore all evade and auto block effects. So there are some also very interesting combo ways, I believe, to play around champions like Medusa, using like double mediums to clear the Fury maybe. So yeah, I don't know, there's a little bit to test out in today's video. We'll try and do a Medusa duel there. And also on opponent knockdown, so this is heavy, Special 1, Special 2, will refresh the duration of all gadget debuffs. So it kind of looks like the way to play Night Thrasher is to get all of the debuffs from the Special 1, and there are 3 different ones. So the first one is a shock, and that's activated by using it before, like, you've used any attack. So it's pretty much parry heavy or just parry and go straight into the Special 1 there, and you get the shock. If you do a Special 1 from a light attack, so this is the medium, and you can do, by the look of it, a quadruple light combo, you get the ability accuracy reduction of 50% for 12 seconds, so really huge uptime on the ability accuracy reduction there, because you can infinitely refresh that as well. So that's pretty damn handy. And then finally, the explosive one applies an incinerate as well, and both of these lower block proficiency, and I'm not too sure if they stack to fully remove block proficiency as well, but essentially the goal is have all of the gadgets up, all of this stuff here, and then infinitely refresh it, and then get to the Special 2. So the Special 2 will give him a precision buff, granting increased critical rating by 200 for each unique debuff effect on the opponent. And this is going to last on him for 10 seconds. So basically, once you've got all of those gadgets up, that's quite a lot of crit there, and also a lot of damage off the Special 2. And then finally, we have the Special 3, which inflicts a passive debilitate, extending the duration of all debuffs by 75% for 45 seconds, and can refresh all the gadgets active as well with the extended duration. So that might be useful in some scenarios there. And finally, his Awakened ability, and again, this goes up and up all the green values with signature stones. So heaviest attacks have a 18.6% chance at my current level of 10 per active gadget debuff to inflict taunt, which is essentially Stark and Aunt Spider-Man's taunt, so it will reduce the opponent's attack and increasing the chance for them to activate a special by 70%. So when I've got all 3, this is, you know, a 55-60% chance, but also striking a taunted opponent with a skateboard attack grants a permanent fury buff to Night Thrasher, which increases his attack by approximately, I think this is like 11% or 11-12% of his base attack, so max 10 stack, so it's pretty much double and a bit damage once you've got all of those stacks of Fury, but if you do get knocked down, you are going to lose all of your Fury buffs, so you're going to be very, very careful there. And also, after being knocked down, and this is mainly a defensive one, Night Thrasher has a 29.12% chance to purify all debuffs, and again, I believe these go up to 100% and much higher ratings as well, once you've got even more signature stones in, so even more damage output potential than what you're going to see today. And in terms of the synergies, we have this really nice one with Punisher and Moon Knight. So medium attacks have a 30% chance to inflict bleed, which will deal 50% of base attack as direct damage over 3 seconds. As the moon waxes, the chance to bleed increases to 100%, and Punisher and Moon Knight gain 40% increased bleed duration. And Guillotine, Night Thrasher, critical hits have a 50% chance to inflict bleed, dealing 70% of attack as direct damage over 4.5 seconds. And unfortunately, this one does not stack, which really, really sucks, man, because it would be so crazy good if it did. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there. But it's an additional bleed, man. We got a bit more damage there. And also Guillotine, each soul will grant 100 additional crit rating, which I think is going to be very, very good for Guillotine. We're going to test that one out a little bit. And then he can also give Captain America, Cyclops, and also Star-Lord, well-timed blocks have a 50% chance to apply Disorient debuff for 3 seconds. So this is the minus 50% ability accuracy reduction there. So yeah, just a bit more utility to those characters. Obviously, very, very nice for Captain America. Infinity War just gives him even more stuff there. So yeah, really, really cool. So all of the synergies, man, they are pretty banging as far as synergies go. And I think there's another one with Ghost Rider that's only available on the 4 or 5 star version that increases, I think it's like Judgment duration or something like that. Yeah, it's something along those lines. I forgot exactly what it is. But there is another synergy on higher star levels of Night Thrasher. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have done far too much waffling on. Let's jump into chapter 4 and have a little bit of fun. So again, we're Night Thrasher here, and also Guillotine and Moon Knight in the team, but I'm also bringing Venom and Miles Morales for a little bit more attack as well. Get a total of 3 additional attack nodes there, so it should kind of ramp his damage up a little bit more. I think we're going to have a bit of fun with this one, but let's see how we get on. So we're going to get Hulk first. We've got the class advantage, but this Hulk does have an insane amount of physical resistance. But yeah, the power gain, man, is very, very nice. Right, let's go ahead and fire off the first one. We're going to do that with a medium, so we get the Incinerate applied here. Damn, he's already hitting in fairly decently, in all honesty. Okay, right, let's go for a light attack, and then special 1 right after. Right, so we've got 2 of them now, so... Oh, okay, I wanted to... Right, we got the heavy attack, we got torn off that. What do I want to do next, man? What's the plan? There's quite a lot to keep up and try and manage on this dude. Right, let's go ahead, use the special 1 again to refresh some of our gadgets, man. But that was, even without really knowing what I'm doing or any time to ramp up, that felt good. That was a really, really decent fight. But we did have the class advantage there as well. So, I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of interesting potential with Night Thrasher. Okay, so, let's try and do it in the order now of Incinerate, Shock, and then Disorientate. Disorient might be the correct way to pronounce it. It's definitely Disorient. I just suck at pronunciation. Got that wrong, man. What scrub. Right, let's just use that one, just because it's a bit of a convenient time there, in all fairness. We need to get to... Right, fire off there. Are we going to get the shock now? Okay, 6. So it's kind of like a Captain America in Infinity War heavy there. Let's go for another one. Hopefully get the taunt here. Unfortunately, not quite. But that power game, man, it's very, very nice under 1 bar of power. I think this will finish him off. Yeah. Not a bad time there. That was alright. We'll take it. Let's go for a bit of... Captain America, but that power gain is just really good for kind of getting into the fight and establishing yourself. But I'm very curious to see how Night Thrasher is going to work against magic, and whether or not the combo is going to be quite good to fire off. If we can get that disorient early in the ability accuracy reduction, we should be able to kind of really give the chances of her proccing their limbo. Oh no, mistakes were made there. Right, let's fire that one off. Right, and there we go, Captain America is down. Okay, right. I think there's something a little bit disconnected with some of the timing here, so I'm just going to quickly restart Reflector 2, because I think it's gone a little bit off. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know if it was, like, timing right or lagging a little bit in terms of, you know, me reflecting my mobile screen there. So I just wanted to do a restart to be safe, man, to make sure that we didn't have slightly lagged gameplay for the rest of it. But anyway, magic, so we're trying to do the light combo here before she gets a bar of power. Might be the way to go. Or actually, I can do this and then fire off, and that will be the this disorient, right? Okay, now we got the incinerate there. Oh, that's because I did a medium attack instead of a light one. What a dumbass, man. Right, let's push her over 1 bar of power. Right, I didn't have the disorient there. Right, so let's make sure. Actually, we can do the full combo here. It should be fine. Yep, there we go. Right, we got the disorient. And now we can... Oh, man! Even with an 80% ability accuracy reduction, she's still got a limbo off the first one. Far too lucky, mate. And another one! Really? You're having a giggle. Right. Slap the skateboard. Get the refresh there. Right, this has got to be no limbo, right? Perfect. Oh, well, you know, we didn't get super lucky with that one. It went alright. Could have gone better, certainly. Oh man, I can't believe the chance to get that limbo though. So rather unfortunate there. Okay, let's use some let's use 1 level 3 health potion here just for this Ronin, so as we can farm those quite easily in terms of Realm of Legends with our incredibly overpowered maxed out Hyperion. Just does some crazy work. Oh no. Right, we've made a few mistakes. We need to get back on track now. Unfortunately, got 4-5 combo into us. Let's get the incinerate here, and then go in again. Right, so you got a smack with a heavy attack, and then straight into a special attack there, just like Captain America and Infinity War's special 2, really. Alright, let's go again. It's really quite easy to keep up a lot of those debuffs, I think, in the majority of fights. Like, once you get going, man, just because the power gain's so crazy. Getting 5% of max power off a parry just allows you to shoot up, and also those evades as well. So yeah, it seems pretty fair to keep up the majority of the time. Right, let's try and not suck against the symbiote and get him down in a fairly timely manner. Is this the one? I don't know if this one has evade. Oh, this one has fatigue, right? Okay, so this is going to be a little bit annoying, but we've still got, you know, a lot of debuffs to fire off here. There's also that level of skill of getting those sharp evades. Oh no, I went for the medium. It's kind of, I don't know, he's got a bit of like a Ghost Rider-esque feel to him. With definitely, I don't know who the other character is. Ghost Rider, Captain America, not really Captain America, Infinity War. I guess the heavy attacks are both quite high value on both of the characters. Just a bit of an interesting one, really. Alright, let's see if we can finish this off with a special 2. It really does... One thing that I like about this character, and this is definitely one of the things that you see with like a lot of characters, as in like they'll have a weapon, but then like not really use that weapon. you know, there are certain characters like, what was it, Psylocke, that has the sword, but I don't think she, does she use the sword much in a lot of her attacks? I really like that Night Thrasher has a skateboard, but he actually has skateboard attacks as well. I think Psylocke actually might use her sword, so maybe that's a bad example. Gamora is the perfect example, actually. She's got a sword, never uses it though, boys, apart from on those special attacks. So I like that there's just kind of a lot of, you know, just in terms of the standard combat rotation, and also the heavy attack kind of opportunities for Night Thrasher to whip out all sorts of gadgets and stuff. Right, let's put this Gamora in the bin. Like, even without the Furies ramping up, man, he's quite fun to play. And I don't feel like he takes long to get into a lot of his kind of core utility and stuff that he has. And hopefully in this matchup with the Disorient, we can reduce the chance that Arc Overload is going to trigger. So let's get the Disorient up first. Probably would be better to get the Incinerate up first. But oh well, we'll get the Incinerate up as well in a second. Right, so end on a medium there. Right, let's chuck that one off. Get the shock. Fantastic times. Certainly going to be a fun character to play when it comes to Maestro, right? Probably wasn't going to get a heavy attack there, so we'll just refresh with the special one. But it's really easy to keep a lot of the stuff up with the special one. See if we can get to a nice special 2, finish him off there. Just going to use the refresh on that one just for a little bit of safety there. Right, skateboard attack. Oh, mate, that's got some damage, hasn't it? We're in the zone now, boys. Getting all ramped up here. Oh, that felt good, man. That felt good for a 3-star character. I quite like Night Thrasher, man. Certainly grown on me quite a bit. It's a bit fun, bit quirky. I'm not too sure he's going to be like the most meta-changing, game-breaking champion, but I think he's going to be a bloody good champion for a lot of people to pick up. And Unawakened, I think even Unawakened, he's still going to be pretty decent, but obviously you do have the advantage of being able to get quite a bit more attack, and also the taunt when this character is awakened. But just as, like, you know, thinking about when he's added as a 5 or 6-star character, I still think he's going to be quite a good one to pick up. It's going to get a lot of people quite far. Right, I'm just going to use that to refresh again, just because we didn't have an interval for the heavy attack. But I like that there are just so many different ways to refresh all of the buffs on Night Thrasher. And that it's very, very easy to get to the special one as well. Just doesn't make kind of keeping it up too much of a pain in the ass. Like, I just don't see much of a use for the special 3, just because it seems so easy with the special ones, just to keep the gadgets up, that the extended, like, gadget timer, it just doesn't really seem like it's going to come in handy that much. But I might be incorrect, or I might be missing some certain matchups there. But maybe in the future there might be ones where it's really, really useful to do that. But anyway, let's go for the big bad Maestro now and see how we can get on here, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I think I want to go for the ability accuracy reduction first, just so that even if we do get hit, we have a... Right, there we go. Let's fire this one off. Definitely a bit more of a stressful fight in comparison to predecessors. Right, I'm just going to use the interval here just to go ahead and refresh. I think also having the what is it? The additional power game makes it quite nice to refresh a lot of stuff. And also maybe push characters to certain intervals. We haven't maybe had some of the absolute best timing on Maestro here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the taunt there. I don't really know kind of a good interval to try and risk throw in a heavy attack, like after certain specials as well. Come on, mate. Let's go. Fortunately, we haven't got the shock up yet. Right, there we go. We got the shock up finally, ladies and gentlemen. Now we just need to knock this lad over. Come on. Let's go. Oh no, we lost all of the debuffs. Oh, what a rubbish time, boys. Oh, mate. Right. There we go. We're just about bringing this man to the station. So that's definitely definitely not the worst champion I've played against Maestro, but I feel like that's definitely one of the weaknesses of the character. Like, once you got the fight kind of all under control, you've done it a million times, pretty straightforward to play, but in kind of those hectic scenarios, man, to a certain extent juggling everything and looking at various timings and baiting out specials, you know, there are rooms for slipping up. But still, very, very fun to play, man. I just found it kind of a good experience there. Definitely, in terms of hits, not the most impressive champion we've seen, but don't know if we had quite the right scenario there. But one of the things that I did want to test out just before we end the video today is whether or not he can counter Medusa. Oh no, does Brian Grant now have... Oh no, what are you doing, Brian Grant? What's this void doing at the top? Absolutely ridiculous. So, our Lord and Savior, Brian Grant, has let us down, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken that void up too many signature levels, so we're going to have to duel Gone Fishing instead. And what I want to test is whether or not the skateboard attacks are actually going to trigger the Fury, and like how kind of feasible it is to play Night Thrasher against Medusa, because I think that's one of the kind of big questions when it comes to this character, and being able to bypass the super fun auto block and parry effects. So let's start off by what was it, getting the incinerator up. Maybe should have gone for the other one instead. Well, let's see what's up here. So if we do it, it doesn't remove the Furies, but it will fail the auto block. I don't really know the timing of the skateboard attacks here. What happens if we go for a special one? Okay, so we can use a special one because it's all skateboard attacks and not have to worry about getting parried there. So let's apply the disorient and maybe go for a special 3 on this one. Let's go slam a couple of those bad boys down. Double medium combos. That's going all right. Imagine this champion would not be the worst champion out there for heavy attack countering when it comes to Medusa. Right, still no taunt. Incredibly unfortunate. Oh, just about. Oh man, that was a little bit too clutch. Okay, let's go ahead. Refresh all of the gadgets with the extended debuff duration. I don't know if this affects taunt as well. But let's see if Night Thrasher can kind of get stuck in there. Okay, so there's the special 3. Love the special 3, man. Looks incredibly badass. Right, let's go for a full 5 combo. And fire that one off, and then we can get the shock as well. So yeah, you can still play against Medusa while she has those Fury stacks up. And that was a pretty decent performance, man, from a 3-star character there. That was alright. I think some top-tier champions do slightly better, but I don't know. Night Thrasher, he's a little bit quirky. There's quite a few things he's going to be able to do as well, with the ability accuracy reduction and also countering evade champions and auto block. I don't know, man. I like Night Thrasher. I think he's a really, really good addition to the contest. And just in terms of his playstyle, man, it's just really, really fun. Like, I think they hit the nail on the head, so I'm very, very happy about Night Thrasher. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Do you like the character, or any cool matchups or gameplay that you would like to see from Night Thrasher? Also comment below any requests that you might have. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you very much. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.